Hey, nice to see you here. In this video, we will learn 3 awesome, but at the same time, dismal adjectives you should be using instead of saying very bad or really bad. Don't say very bad too often because your English gets tedious, it gets repetitive and monotonous if you use it too often, and dull. Dull means very boring, so don't be dull, don't be tedious, and make sure that you watch this video until the end, because your English will be tremendously grateful for that. If we are not acquainted yet, my name is Peter and I make YouTube videos where I teach English with fun and ease. And of course, I also have an Instagram account where I post daily. So check it out and make sure that you subscribe to English with Peter if you haven't already. Meanwhile, we are jumping right into the video. The first adjective you should be using instead of saying very bad or really bad is appalling. Appalling. And it's an extraordinary word because it has double P and double L in a single word. And it means very bad in a shocking way, horrifying way. And it's actually derived from this awesome verb, dismal verb, to appall, which also has double P and double L. And it means to horrify, to horrify. Look at this emoji. It's looking at you and saying, appalling, appalling. Okay, Peter, your manners are appalling. They are appalling, they are horrible, horrifying. How dare you behave like that? You need to get your act together, Peter, and stop behaving in an appalling way. Yes, Peter, listen to me right now. Pull yourself together means you need to sort yourself out. You need to find out what your problems are and try to solve them. In this case, behavior. You need to stop behaving in this appalling manner. Alright, I think you got this awesome but dismal adjective. The second adjective you should be using instead of saying very bad or really bad or even extremely bad is reprehensible. Reprehensible. It means that it deserves censure. Something deserving censure. Not allowed to be spoken about. Don't talk about it. Don't deliver it to others because it's censured. It's reprehensible. So unacceptable. And it's a formal adjective, which means that you should be using it in your academic writing and you will encounter it in your books. So it's somehow linked to this word, reprimand. Reprimand is a formal expression of disapproval. So reprimand and reprehensible are linked. And in my example, his conduct was morally reprehensible. And conduct is the manner in which a person behaves. So it was reprehensible morally, albeit not a crime. Although it was not a crime, albeit is a formal conjunction, which I love, and you should use it in your writing. Albeit, I like to split it into 3 parts. Albeit, and now it's easier to memorize, isn't it? So, albeit, reprimand, and reprehensible with conduct. Okay, our third and last adjective for today, which you should use instead of saying very bad or really bad or even extremely ugly. Utterly bad and ugly. Utterly means to the highest degree, like extremely. Those are synonyms. Utterly and extremely. Or it can also mean shockingly offensive. So offensive, like reprehensible, but it's not a formal adjective like reprehensible. You remember, right? So that reprehensible is a formal adjective, while hideous is not. So in my example, Josh uttered a hideous joke, which was followed by crowd's awkward silence. So he said aloud. To utter means to say aloud that hideous, utterly hideous joke, which was followed by crowd's awkward silence. And he was devastated by that silence. But anyways, now I want you to engage, because the more you engage, the better it sticks to your memory. So let's practice these awesome adjectives. Now I want you to think and to fill in these two gaps. Let's begin. I had a pada-bam-bam-bam nightmare where there was a tududum-tum creature stalking me while I strenuously tried to conceal myself in the bushes. And strenuously means with a lot of physical effort, So, which two adjectives would you use here? I'll give you a second. You can think. You don't have to rush. Just try to think. Congratulations. That's right. I had an. Yeah, we need to add an here because appalling starts with A. Appalling, very bad nightmare. And you could say hideous nightmare, but I think appalling sounds much better than hideous. We'll use hideous here. Where there was a hideous creature, an extremely ugly creature stalking me while I strenuously tried to conceal myself behind the bushes. Strenuously with a lot of physical effort. Yeah, it was rather difficult. Let's complete another sentence together. Josh had to pay the price for his padabam conduct. What he had done was utterly padabam, and conduct is the manner in which someone behaves. Yeah, and utterly is to the highest degree. So which two adjectives would you use here? And keep in mind that this sentence is meant to be more formal than the previous one. I'll give you another second. You can pause the video if you need to. I am back. Now let's complete this awesome sentence together. Josh had to pay the price for his reprehensible conduct, for his unacceptable manners and behavior. What he had done was utterly hideous. It was so ugly, just disgusting, and utterly means to the highest degree, while to utter as a verb it means to say aloud. And remember that reprehensible is a formal adjective, while hideous is not. Alright, I want to thank you for watching until the end. It means the world to me. And if you haven't seen my Instagram account, you can check it out. It has some good content and I post there every single day. And if you haven't subscribed to English with Peter, you can do it now. And click that thumbs up button if you liked the video, or thumbs down if you didn't. And as always, have a marvelous, full of life and love day. And I'll see you next time. Of course, remember that stronger English equals better results.